If you go to VFS Bangalore Japan site, guys, like if you go to VFS Bangalore appointment section, now there are two possible sections. Now this has changed completely. Before it used to be a long-term visa D, and you used to have multiple categories. Now it says all categories. You cannot choose individual category separately. The second thing is slots are now available for long-term visa, as you can see on my screen, and short-term visa as well. There is no problem. So whether you're choosing short-term visa, you have slots available tomorrow itself, and even for long-term visa, you have many slots available for November and December. So that is a very important update. If you want to know what is the exact process and documentation to get a 5-year multiple entry Japan visa, then you have come to the right video. Because in this video, I have not only spoken to those people who have actually got 5-year multi-entry Japan visa, and few of them were first time applicants, not even having a history with travel to Japan. Now, if I knew this information, guys, before I applied my first Japan visa in March, then I would have used the same set of tricks or documentation in order to get my 5-year multiple entry visa. So not only speaking to those people, but I've done a lot of research on how exactly a 5-year multiple entry visa has been issued and what is that you need. Do you need travel history? Do you need a lot of funds? Everything we'll discuss in this video. So as usual, guys, before we get started, as you can see on my screen, 98% of you are regularly watching my content are non-subscribers. Guys, please hit the subscribe button and support my channel, because I'm giving you content like this week in and week out. So first of all, the documentation part. I'll come directly to the video, no bullshit, guys. So the documentation part, you all know you'll have to submit your IT returns, pay slips, then you'll have to give your documentation in terms of your leave letter, your proof of employment, and also your cover letter, your itinerary, your application form. Everybody already knows these details, and I don't like to repeat these details. But I'll tell you a few hacks or what these people did to get those 5-year multiple entry visa. First thing, guys, cover letter and your itinerary. Now, cover letter and itinerary is so important that it takes around 60 to 65% of your profile weightage. Now, many people think I am a freelancer, I'll not get visa. I don't work for a particular IT company, I don't get visa. I run a business, I work in my father's business, that's why I'm not getting a visa. This is all wrong information. People are just making videos left and right. It's all about cover letter and itinerary. Now, I'm happy to say that I've given cover letter and itineraries to more than 300 to 400 people, as you can see on my screen, who have replied to me saying that they have got their visas and they're heavily thankful on the cover letter and day-to-day itineraries or sponsorship letter or whatever the requirement may be in terms of preparing to them. So first of all, if you are interested in cover letter and itinerary for Japan, please reach out to me on Instagram. I will definitely help you with this. Just follow and then ping me, because I'm not getting notified unless I check my messages manually. So the first thing, cover letter and itinerary, is out of the way. The second thing is dummy bookings. Now, dummy bookings is not recommended when you're submitting your visa to Japan. Now, if you find an exceptional case where they've said we have provided dummy bookings and we've got our visa, either they're totally lying or it's a goof up by visa agent. You have to produce fully confirmed tickets, or what I do is produce fully refundable confirmed tickets. Now, they have not given anywhere in the documentation for Japan saying that you can produce dummy bookings. For Schengen visa, yes, they have officially said that before you get the visa, you don't have to actually book any confirmed things. You can produce dummy bookings and then submit your application. But for Japan, it is not ideally recommended to submit any kind of dummy bookings, especially on third-party websites giving some United Airlines or Atlantic Airlines from India. It is always going to be fake, and they also know this information, guys. They're very smart. So do not do that at all. So the second most important point is dummy bookings, whether it's hotels or flights, always go for fully refundable flights. Second point. The third point is your proof of employment. Now, a lot of people ask, even there was one person who reached out to me on Instagram yesterday. I work in Infosys. They gave me an employment letter, but there is no sign and seal on the letter. Now, if there is no sign and seal on the letter, that letter is waste of waste of your time, and you can easily throw that away to the garbage. Because if there is no company seal, if there is no sign of your HR, and if there is not given on a proper letterhead, then it is not considered as a proof of employment or your leave letter. So whenever you're asking for a leave letter, first what you can do is you can check with your colleagues, whoever have gone to Japan, Europe or anywhere else. They would have already gone through this process. Check with them in different projects or different BU, it doesn't matter. Just check with them, ask them what is the process, ask them to show their letter, and similarly you can raise a HR case and get your letter as well. And this is very, very strict, guys. If you say you're working in a particular company and you do not produce a particular proof of employment, then it is going to be loss for you. And what people do is, when people have some issues in their employment letter, you have to mention that in your cover letter. Now whoever have come to me, I ask them a certain number of details. I ask them what is the step-by-step process that you're trying to do, or what is the issue that you have, and then only I prepare the cover letters. Not like a dummy visa agent where you have a certain format, replace the names, replace the roll numbers like we used to do in college or school, and then submit your cover letter. It doesn't work that way when it comes to visa. Please remember this. And the fourth important thing is ITR. Now when you're submitting your IT returns, whatever the amount may be, preferably if you have the people who have got their 5-year multiple entry visas, they've had their ITR over 30 lakhs. So if you can show so much of ITR, or you may have funds in different set of forms, you have to declare that in your cover letter. And also you have to produce 3 years of IT returns. This is with respect to VFS Bangalore only, and this is very, very important information. So after these 4 set of things, you should not mention, or you should not be specific in cover letter stating that you need 5-year multiple entry visa or you need 2-year multiple entry visa. You should not specifically say this, guys. Look, I know you have a lot of you are very desperate and you want to mention that you need 5-year multiple entry visa. It totally depends on the consulate. Now person who's reading your cover letter should not feel like, okay, this guy is targeting for something or may not look suspicious. So you should never ever look suspicious. You should always be genuine and just request stating that multiple entry visa. Now I want to make another big video about this multiple entry visa which I've got, but you'll have to wait for that. I'll definitely make a video as soon as possible. So do not mention you want 2-year multiple entry or 5-year multiple entry or 10-year multiple entry visa. Just mention you want a multiple entry visa depending upon based on your profile and whatever you've stated on your profile. Now this gives the person who's reading this in the consulate gives immense of confidence that you're not requesting for a particular number, you're only requesting multiple entry that may be 15 days or that may be 30 days or that may be 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, or in fact 5-year multiple entry. So you have to be very, very specific. That's why I said cover letter and itinerary takes around 65% of your profile. The other things is just adding up to your cover letter and showing so and so things. Now the biggest no or a biggest nod that you have to always say no is visa agents. Now what happens is, guys, this I don't want to blame anyone, I don't want to target anyone, guys. Famous visa companies, now one of my friends, mutual friend, I know him as well. Now he is not working in as an IT employee. He doesn't have anything on his name, he's not filled his IT returns. Now he directly goes to visa agents and say, I don't have any documentation, I just work in my father's business, I want to travel to Japan. Visa agent said, no problem, I'll get the documentation for you, let's apply to Japan visa. Now this is very, very risky, guys. Not only to get blocked or to lose your reputation, because your passport number will be there with the consulate, there's easy chance of you getting blocked. Also visa agents are spoiling the reputation of India. Now this has become a major issue, especially in northern part of India, where a lot of applicants have faced a lot of difficulties. People do ping me on Instagram, guys. So people have faced a lot of difficulties because of visa agents and improper and fake documentation submitted by charging more money in the form of consultation fees. So you have to be very, very, very careful in terms of approaching your visa agents. Now I've made thousands of videos on Japan, guys. How to apply Japan visa, how to apply short-term Japan visa, how to apply long-term Japan visa like in this video, how to book VFS appointment. Everything is there with respect to Japan. Full tour plan, everything is been recorded for Japan, guys. So you just have to watch my videos, gain that amount of knowledge, and then proceed with your visa application. That is all you have to do, and everything is present in black and white in VFS website. Now VFS itself is an official agent who will apply visa on behalf of us. On top of that, why you are looking for another agent is beyond my imagination. So you don't have to really do that. You just have to go to VFS, follow the documentation, whatever is there in the website, and just apply for your next visa. That's pretty much it. And whether it's short-term visa or whether it's long-term visa, you have a high possibility of getting, if your documentation, whatever I said, 4 points is spot on, that you don't have to ask even specifically to give them a multi-entry 5-year or 6-year multiple entry visa. They themselves will give 4 or 5-year multi-entry visa. Now, of course, I didn't mention anything in my cover letter when I applied for the first time saying I want a multi-entry visa. I got 15 days visa only, and that too it was only given for my itinerary because I showed 15 days. They gave me 15 days. They didn't give me 1 year extra, one day extra, or even 1 day less. So it was a single entry, not even a multi-entry visa. So you have to be very specific, give your itinerary that way, give your cover letter that way, and get your Japan visa. The rest of the documentation, like going through the VFS website, I didn't want to show in this video at all, because going through the VFS website, applying, you're taking your appointment, already I've made videos on that, guys. So you just have to follow my playlist. I'll link my Japan playlist in the description below. Look at the Japan playlist and just follow those videos. You will get your Japan visa without any visa agent at all. So I hope this video was very, very informative. Japan visa fees is slightly going to be increased in the coming days. So this is the best opportunity for you to apply for a Japan visa, because if they're considering to hike Japan visa from anywhere between 10 to 15,000 rupees. Right now, Japan consulate fees is 500 rupees. The overall fees, including VFS structure, is around 2,000 rupees. So it may go from 2,000 to 15,000. It's the right time to apply for Japan visa. So please do that and quickly get your Japan visa. So I hope this video was very, very informative, guys. I'll catch you guys in my next video.